Hey fellas, how you doing? It's Johnny Berba. Thanks for coming onto my YouTube channel. If it's your first time, subscribe. I teach people how to manage, overcome social anxiety and how to be socially confident in all areas of your relationship. So that's dating with women, finding a girlfriend, that's getting more relaxed around people, getting more confident in yourself. And there's many sort of avenues that I teach. There's a practical element, which you can see on my YouTube. You can also see some of my older videos. When I was, before that I was a pickup artist. I retired from that, where I was going out, picking up women, teaching men how to do it. But how my teaching's evolved now, I'm really focusing on the whole social aspect of social confidence. So I want to share something really personal with you guys. Something that I've actually been a little bit scared to share, if I'm being honest. I've been a bit scared to share it. It's felt so personal to me. I feel so vulnerable sharing it. But that's why I'm going to share it. I'm going to share it because it's good for me, selfishly, and I know it's going to help a lot of people. And this came out of a conversation I had with a friend over Skype, someone I was mentoring. And interestingly enough, I was talking to him and I asked him, I said, what's your sticking point? What's your problem at the moment? He says, it's approach anxiety with women. The problem is seeing attractive women and not being able to go over and talk to them. I totally relate to this. I still have it after 10 years of being so-called great with women and being a pickup artist and having lots of experiences. I still have it. I still got all these anxieties. So as I started to talk to him longer, I said, I understand what you're saying. I appreciate that you're telling me your fear is centered around beautiful women, seeing them and not malfunctioning, not being able to do it. But let's go towards the truth. Let's go deep. Do you want to come with me? Do you trust me? Let's do it. Let's go deep. That's not really the problem, is it? That's just a symptom, or that's just the cause of the actual real problem. So without being personal and feeling like I'm attacking the man, because I wouldn't do that. I'm here to help, to heal and to love and to help people. Problem's you really, isn't it? And this was my problem. I'm going to share it with you in a second. Something in you is not comfortable. There is an anxiety, there is a social anxiety around you being around people. So it's not really the attractive woman per se. It is the fear of people. And I had this fear all my life and I never knew I had it. I never knew it on a conscious level. So I'll quickly tell you a bit about my story when I was younger. My journey basically happened was, and I say this because I care about my dad a lot and I don't want to say anything unkind, but my dad was strict to me when I was younger. In fact, he bullied me a little bit. He meant well, but he was very strict on me and he scared me. He made me afraid. He made me afraid of men. I had a real fear around men, around getting bullied by men, because my dad bullied me. When I went to school, I was very shy. Nothing's changed, I'm just more confident now, but I was very introverted. So it took me a long time to open up around people. It took me a long time to trust people. I found it very difficult to be the first one to start a conversation. So I struggle with everyone. So women, because obviously like all guys I love women, women were just part of that anxiety that I had. It's part of my social anxiety, social phobia. And then beyond that, it stemmed from this massive fear of being judged by people. I was afraid to have eye contact, I was afraid of intimacy. I really struggled around people making fun of me. So this fear, this phobia made it very difficult for me to socialise. I always felt very weird in my social circle when I was younger. But on another side, I felt very confident, very charming. I felt like I had a lot to offer. I felt like I know how to speak to people, but something was blocking me. And that's exactly the same block this gentleman was telling me when he sees attractive women and he wants to speak to them. That was the same block I had with speaking to people. That was the same fear I had in school. I remember being in the school playground, lunchtime came and I had so much anxiety and panic. I didn't want to go out to the playground. I physically didn't want to leave the chair in the classroom. I mean, obviously I wanted to go out and play with the kids, but I was afraid I would be bullied. And I got bullied a lot. Interestingly enough, I'm not proud of it back then, I became a bully myself as a way to protect myself, because I always felt people were out to get me. I felt people hated me, people didn't like me. And this is a common thing I speak to lots of my clients about, or guys that get in touch with me, or guys that follow the channel. And some women as well have this. And something I've realised as I've gotten older is that everyone has social anxiety. We all have anxieties around people, because we're human beings. We've been taught to be afraid, basically. We get taught through the media, we get taught through our parenting. Sometimes our parents are not directly saying be afraid of people, but it's because they love us, they're protecting us. So that's why my dad was strict on me. He was preparing me for a dangerous world, a world that couldn't be trusted, and I had to be on guard. But I knew that wasn't fully true, because growing up as a kid, this is a contradiction, I know, I made friends very easily. And how I made friends was through sports, through football. Football was a medium that allowed me to forget about my social anxiety, to forget about being judged, just to play the game, enjoy, and connect with people that were on the same level as me or on the same interest. So I said to this guy, I made a lot of mistakes in my journey. A lot of people know me as the guy that's on YouTube that's great with women and picks women up, and I did all that, and I did enjoy that back then, but I realised I was hiding my social anxiety. So I was kind of directing my energy towards women rather than facing it on a whole, which was with people. So I really struggled to go to social gatherings. I really struggled to go into a shop and to speak to the cashier and buy. It was hard for me, physically hard. Not mentally, not just mentally, biologically, psychologically, spiritually. My body hurt when I'd speak to someone because I had lots of trauma as a kid. Now, even though I had so many good friends growing up, I was blessed. Maybe some people had it different to me, had it worse. But I had all these positive experiences, but the negative ones were so harsh, they frightened the shit out of me, that it just outweighed all of the positive ones. So that's why I had years of shyness. So I said to him, if we don't treat the level of the problem at the level of the problem, your anxieties are not going to get any better. As a matter of fact, just speaking to women could make it worse. And that's my experience from teaching lots of men. So yes, by all means, of course, you should speak to attractive women. There's nothing wrong with it. You shouldn't be ashamed of it. Women like to be approached by men, especially when it's done from a place of honesty and you're sincere and you're genuine. So, but if you just treat that one area, it ain't going to change. As I got further into the conversation with this lovely man, I realised it's no different to my story. It's hard to say it, but I wasn't comfortable around my family when I was younger. I had embarrassment. I found it very scary being around my family. There were periods where I felt unsafe. I felt scared, really scared, and I felt ashamed. I felt embarrassed. How can I tell people how can I tell my family I'm not comfortable? I love them. Some days I felt really comfortable, especially if there was more than one person in the room. If my mum was to say, family's coming up to visit us, my heart would start beating, I'd feel anxious. I'd think, what am I going to say? What if they say this to me? What if I get something wrong in the conversation? So much anxiety around speaking to people. So I said to him, what my work's about, what my teaching is about, is rebuilding a relationship with yourself. Fixing that inner child, fixing that kid that's scared, reconnecting with who you are by obviously disconnecting with the person that you're not. Because I know for a fact the same with me. And interestingly enough, a lot of people would say to me, you don't seem like you had anxiety because you're confident. I've seen you on videos what you do. Yeah, I did do that and I was confident of doing that. But there was a lot of covering up the real problem. And the real problem was being myself. Sorry, my hair gets messy. Being myself with everyone. So I almost developed an authentic archetype that was amazing at talking to women and sleeping with women and dating them and teaching other men to do the same at the time. And that was great. I loved that. I loved that feeling of being a part of something and feeling good. But underneath that, eventually the pain started to seep through the cracks. So I don't want you guys or girls to make the mistake I did, even though it's not a mistake. It's just who I am now. That's why I'm here. But I want you to fix the problem entirely. So by all means, get better with women, but get better with yourself. Get comfortable around your family, the people you love. Get comfortable with your friends, your peers, and start getting comfortable with meeting new people and practicing being the one self. Now, I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying it's easy. And I still struggle with this to this day. And I'm a teacher, but my struggle is lessened so much more because I found the truth. I found the truth through my own personal inquiry. I also found the truth from having great mentors around me that were able to direct me back to the initial problem and to give me some guidance and to help me, to help myself. I was blessed and still to be doing this, to be teaching so many inspiring people that are so honest about their fears and coming forward and growing. So many of my students have been teaching me back. So we have to become more socially confident, to make it simple. And we do that by starting in the places that are most closest to us, our family. So I told this man, I told lots of people I've been working with, you're gonna feel some uncomfortable feelings. These are childhood traumas coming up. Stories carry emotion. If I think about a positive story in my life now, I'm gonna feel good. If I think about a negative story, I'm gonna feel bad, depending on, again, how I manage that story. So what I'm still doing and what I continue to do is to change my story and shape my story in a way that I want to live. So I'm here to celebrate my anxiety and to come forward, because I know lots of men want to come forward, but they're afraid, they think they're going to be judged. Interestingly enough, you are going to be judged. That's good for you. I'm going to be judged. That's why I put myself on the line. I got so sick and tired of hiding my dreams and my aspirations and hiding my anxiety because I was embarrassed. Embarrassed of what? Embarrassed of being afraid because you were bullied at school? Embarrassed of being afraid because you had low self-esteem? Embarrassed of people not liking you because you had bad experiences? What's to be embarrassed about? You've got a legitimate reason, but it's no excuse not to change it. And that's why my story has been inspiring. I can step out and look at my story, not from myself, but from a different angle, and say, I can't believe what I've achieved. I'm very proud of myself, and I'm very proud of how my students are changing their life. So if you've got the honesty, if you've got the courage, which is what you need, you'll start changing your story. Women will just be a consequence of you changing yourself. And this is the work I do on my 6 weeks program. I help people to get relaxed in who they are. And the way I've found to work, and I haven't found any other way that comes closer to this, we have to become honest in our life. When I first admitted that to myself, it's too much, man. I don't want to give up pornography. I like to switch on pornography once in a while when no one's around and I'm at home in the dark and I need to have a wank. I want to watch it, or I like to have some alcohol once in a while. I like to have a drink. I just want to let myself go, man. I just want to have a drink and swear and not care about the world and maybe talk bad about people to make me feel better. But I knew that wasn't right. I knew that's not how I want to live. That's not going to get me to the level of consciousness that I want to get to. I have to stop these bad habits that are not me. I said the same to my students. So I had to quit pornography. It was hard, it was challenging. Still challenges me sometimes. I had to quit going out, sleeping with women to make me feel good about my anxiety. That was causing me more social anxiety. So we're getting confident over here, but we're falling apart over here. So I can't be myself around my family. I'm struggling with normal people, but I can go out and I can seduce attractive women because I've got confidence in this authentic role. But we go further, we go deeper, we get more honest with the truth. It's actually not authentic. It's inauthentic, it's fear. But that's okay, because we can make mistakes, we're allowed to put them right. So that's my dark secret I was afraid and ashamed to share with people. But I don't regret doing that, because as I said to my friend, going down the wrong path puts you on the right path. I still have social anxiety, but I have it very, very minute. I have it on a 3 out of 10 scale, whereas before 10 out of 10. I was afraid of people. That's why I had personality disorders. Really aggressive sometimes, really angry, defensive, don't come near me. Really kind, bit of a people pleaser. So these are lots of the symptoms I see with men that I work with, and it's okay. Like, it's kind of normal to have social anxiety, like everyone has it, but some people have it to severe degrees. I had it. So what did I do? I faced my fear head on. I did public speaking. I became a full-time teacher, full-time dating coach. I went out, I went on hundreds of dates. I met loads of new people. I shared my story with the world. I put it out, and I put it out to stop bothering me and blackmailing me and giving me voices at night. I wrote about it. I told the people that I was interacting with, this is sometimes I'm scared, man. You have to allow for a bit of anxiety. Now I can be myself. Then I can connect with people on a deep level. Actually give me more confidence. So the very thing that was stopping me, keeping me small, is keeping me growing. I couldn't even do the job I wanted to do. I was on job seekers allowance. My family thought I was lazy. I was not lazy. I was ambitious with creativity and a solid hard work ethic. But I had fear of people. Now, when you go to work in a new job, who do you face? People. When you go on a first date, who do you face? A person, people, a woman. When you go down the street, who you're around? People. When you're in your house and you're alone and you're afraid and you're depressed and you're getting panic attacks, who are you with? You're with a person. You're scared of yourself, man. I was scared of me. But that was inspiring, because once I became not scared of me no more, I had unlocked all of my greatness. I'd unlocked all of my talent. And I realized, I told a student the other day, not despite my fear, because of my fear. So people don't mind. It's an illusion. Everyone has fear. Everyone has fears around social life. I've worked with so many people in different fields of life. Doctors, lawyers, bankers, CEOs, writers, actors, athletes, filmmakers, all types of people. And everyone to some extent has got a fear around people. Everyone cares what people think. I still care what people think, but I do it anyway. So the relationships with yourself, once you get the relationship with yourself better, and I know that can sound cheesy, it can sound a little bit modern day spiritual, feel good. Not feel good, it works. You know this is the truth. Everything I tell you, you know, but you're scared to look at it, or maybe you're just trying to bury it. Don't bury it. Don't hide your anxiety and your addictions. My addictions were pornography, hands down, no fucking excuses. Alcohol, excessive spending money. I was afraid of making money, I was getting rid of money. Fears, insecurities, doubts, I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough to have money. I'm not good enough to live an honest life. I've got to drink my life away, my problems away. Now, again, I'm not judging you if you watch pornography. I'm not telling you not to watch pornography. I'm just sharing my story and how I teach people. I'm not saying never drink alcohol. There's a time and a place. For me personally, as a man who's on a spiritual path, a better path, I stopped alcohol completely. Will I never drink again? Maybe I won't, maybe I will. But for now, no alcohol. Alcohol, casual sex, chasing women to feel this pain, it destroyed me. It ruined me, absolutely destroyed me. Doesn't matter about the money, doesn't matter about the attention from men, doesn't matter about you liking me. What about me? What about how I feel? I got to spend 24 hours a day with this man. 24 hours a day. So for 5 hours going out, I'm showing the world, yeah, I'm doing what you want me to do. I'm pleasing you, man. I'm making the money. I've got women around me. I'm respected. But when I come home, that's not the truth. So why can't we have the truth? Why can't we be consistent with the truth? Why can't I like who I am when I'm sitting at home? Why can't I like who I am when I'm doing the job I love? I want to like myself in all areas, but I also want to accept myself. There's times when I do feel depressed. There's times when I do feel that no one loves me, everyone's against me, that the world is against me. I wouldn't be a human being. But we do live in a world today where we can't say that. Oh, shush, don't say that. I do say that. I'm half Irish. I do say that. We can't show our vulnerabilities. We can show our vulnerabilities. I challenge you on that. I challenge you on that. Me being vulnerable now has connected a worldly following. I'm very grateful for it. It come at the cost of me having anxiety. So this is what my social circle group's about. It's about gathering men in a room, all very beautiful, talented men who have got social anxiety, scared of people, getting them comfortable around people with themselves and building the kingdom within, the relationship. If we don't have the kingdom within, we ain't gonna have a kingdom without. We're gonna be a hollow shell. So you may see a man, my old self with the women, and think, this guy's got his life handled, he's making money, he's got women, he's respected. You don't know how he feels on the inside. This is the conversation I had with a guy, very moving conversation, very inspiring. So it's all positive, it's all positive. Thank God I had the social anxiety. I'm glad they bullied me at school. I didn't fucking like it at the time. And I'm not very proud that I bullied people. I had to apologise and atone for that with God. I had to suffer the consequences of what I did to people and how I treated people. I had to pay the price with a nervous breakdown, with a deficiency in my psychology, a collapse in relationship, and I had to rebuild my kingdom. And I got an intuitive feeling. It was very, very intuitive to me. It felt godly. Take that however you want it, whatever God that is right for you. It doesn't, a personal experience. I thought, I need to be an honest person. I need to tell people about what I'm ashamed of. I need to tell people about what is blackmailing me, what is making me feel like a dirty, unworthy person, even despite people have got a good impression about me, as within, as without. This is what my teaching is about. Absolutely, yes, got to get better with women. I understand that, you're a man. I'm not saying don't get good with women. Got to get good with yourself. Women are attracted to men of, it's obvious, women are attracted to confident men. I'll make it simple. This is what you really want. You want to be comfortable in you. Doing the video blog, this is a metaphor for my change. I couldn't do video blogging 4 years ago with this level of honesty and inner peace. I'm completely relaxed. This is powerful. Face fear, no matter what. It always works out. You are not on your own, my friend. You are not on your own watching my videos. If you think I'm the only one who's going for this at night, I can't come out, I can't go and meet people. You are not on your own. You are not on your own. We are all connected, and I'm connecting people on my YouTube channel together. No bullshit. No, this is real stuff. This is about love. It's about loving who you are. It's about living your dream, doing what you want to do. Or at least going for your dream. And I always say it to people, I'm willing to fail. I'm willing to be wrong. I've been wrong many times, but I'm right this time. All of you watching my channel want to build a relationship with yourself. You want to love who you are and not have to fake it. Not fake it till you make it. Practice until you make it. Enjoy the process. Thank you for listening.